Good afternoon, Camp Davy Crockett.
I'm Hayden.
And I'm Zeph.
And welcome to the Camp Davy Chronicles. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Man, listen, I'm so tired and nervous. Well, you know what? We just do it again. Like, we can just leave this in. Okay, let's just do it again.
Hey, Camp Davy Crockett. Good to see you.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I was
Good afternoon, Camp Davy Crockett.
I'm Hayden.
And I'm Zeph.
And I'm Mikayla.
And now, welcome to the Camp Davy Chronicles.
Off to a great start already today.
That's true. You can tell that at least I am tired and ready to go home.
I'm not tired at all. It's not like I've been at camp all week.
That's true. You know, camp has a weird way of like making you tired, but then at the end of the week, like you're sad to be going home. It's strange. It's like a weird feeling that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah. It's kind of like I get so tired, I want to go home and just sleep. And then whenever I get home, I'm like,
wide awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next morning when you try to come back, you're sleepy. It's so weird. So.
How's your week been, Mikayla?
Pretty great.
That's true. I assume.
It's been a pretty great week overall.
I can't fact check your goodness of your week if it was actually good.
Well, I have no reason to doubt her. So
that's true. You guys had a different experience for the week because like we talked about last week, we're doing ROTC stuff versus you had your full staffs here this week.
Yes.
So I'm sure that was exciting.
All of staff was on camp this week. Welcome to all of them, like a week late. But anyway, you know.
Yeah, I know that I had all of my staff there, all two of them, and it was amazing.
You had that last week.
Yeah. Yeah. But we became a team.
I got to meet some of my staff for the first time.
Yeah.
Like Zach and Kit. That's all.
You've committed. I was about to say you've committed to their names, and so now you have to say all their names. And if you miss one, they're going to feel bad.
Well, those are the only two that I met for the first time.
Oh, okay. Speaking of names, you two have siblings that are here, not like here physically, like on camp, but not like in the room.
Yeah.
That are waiting on us to be done. And I told Jacob, yours, that specifically I would shout him out. So that way it would be worth him waiting for us to get done. So Jacob, you're welcome.
Daniel doesn't need a shout out because he's on the theme song every time.
Right.
So.
You know, maybe Jacob could. Maybe you need to get on that.
Yeah, maybe he could do a collab for the new theme song.
Yeah. So I think before we get started, we need to address two things. I have something that I want to address before I forget. And then I think the other thing we need to address is what happened to you.
What do you mean?
Why you have a Band-Aid across your face?
Okay, so I guess we're doing the second thing first.
Oh,
Apparently. Well, this is a great segue into something we did this week, which was Code Blue drills.
Oh, yay.
So, if you don't know, on Camp Davy Crockett, we have an emergency protocol called Code Blue for if we have a missing camper and staff has to search the entire camp to find the missing camper.
Yeah, and for clarification, if you are a camper and you hear a Code Blue, you should go back to your campsite or your merit badge class and get accounted for from, well, I guess not your merit badge. Yeah, your campsite. Go back to your campsite and get accounted for it by your scoutmaster.
Yeah, or better yet, just don't go missing in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. Take a buddy anywhere you go and tell everyone where you're going.
Yes, definitely, at all times.
You can continue.
Okay, well, so in Code Blue situation, that's what campers have to do, but staff has to search the camp, and we all have our designated areas that we search and run through and try to find the person. So on Thursday evening, I think so. We had one of our drills, and it was starting to get dark already. It was a pretty good drill, all things considered. Although normally we have someone hiding to pretend to be the missing person. This time there wasn't even a person hiding.
Yeah, which I think is the first time that I've ever seen that happen.
It was just Dale called the drill, and then after he decided we ran long enough, he called it off. Yeah. So it was a fun time all around. The fictional person that didn't exist was named Jeffrey, and we're still looking for him. No.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like 4'8" with scout pants
4'11".
Oh,
yeah.
4'11", 10 years old, brown hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, which is weird because when me and Clayton heard it, we were like, we don't have anybody 10 years old on camp.
So anyway, I was running through my area, which is elk, deer, and raccoon campsites.
It's a lot.
Yeah, in elk campsite, I was trying to get down a deer campsite. And there was a clothesline between two trees, and I saw it while I was running because it wasn't that dark yet. And so I ducked to go under it, but I came up like a second too early, and it like scraped some skin off my nose. So That's what
so
happened.
you literally got clotheslined.
By a clothesline.
Yep. That's hilarious. You think that's how they came up with that?
Maybe.
Getting clotheslined?
Who knows? But then the next morning, Dale was asking me what happened to my face, and I told him I got injured during the Code Blue drill, and he said, the first rule of any emergency situation is to take care of yourself, because if you get hurt, you can't help the other person. I was like, wow. Thanks, Dale.
Well, at least he's looking out for you.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, but that was an experience and a half because we were playing volleyball. I've never ran so hard in sandy slides. It's like sandpaper, I found out, when you get sand in your slides. And I think my feet are destroyed. It was bad. I was like, yikes. I think I cried at least twice.
Wow.
At the same time.
From both eyes?
Yeah, just separate eyes at different occasions. Because one for each foot.
Well, how did the drill go for you, Mikayla?
Well, I was on a golf cart helping give a ride to a chaperone when the drill was called. So we went and dropped the lady off and came back and directed people where they were supposed to go.
I like to imagine you just rolled up in the campsite and was, get out! They just very quickly sped off. The poor lady was like, what's going on?
Well, lucky you getting to be on a golf cart, because I ran.
Yeah, we normally don't have to run as shooting sports, but we did run that time.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'll give Clayton credit where credit's due. He ran from the volleyball court all the way through action archery to the cowboy action range because I left him.
Yeah.
And so he did a good job. I am very proud of him.
Good job, Clayton.
Yeah. So second thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning of this week, there was a auto mechanic problem, okay, with somebody's car, Mikayla.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Okay, the tire was flat. And so I was walking through and I saw the flat tire and we were trying to figure out whose car it was. And so I looked inside the car and I saw an odd sight. There was an entire basket of French fries
What?
just sitting in the middle of her car. I think we need to address this. Why did you have... I mean, it looked like none had been eaten.
There were some that had been eaten because I ate out of them on the way down.
Because it was just... I mean, it wasn't like a small bag either. Or a basket. When I say basket, I mean basket. I don't mean like a McDonald's thing of fries.
It was a basket of fries from McDonald's.
What?
Yeah, you can buy those. They're $3 at the McDonald's. Basket of fries. It's like... this big.
How big? Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's probably... Yeah, it's probably...
like a little boat.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I would try to describe the size of the hand.
Have you ever seen a Kleenex box? One of the long Kleenex. It's about that size.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, basket of fries.
See, when you said basket, I was picturing like 6 or no, like a foot by 6 inches.
Yeah. No, not quite that
That'd
big.
be a lot of French fries.
Her entire car was full of fries. That would have been hilarious.
Okay. So it's just a normal McDonald's basket.
Yes,
yeah, why? Who goes and gets fries and then doesn't eat them?
Okay, so the plan was Jacob and I were going to split the fries.
Okay.
Jacob did not eat his portion of the fries.
What a loser.
So they wound up getting left in my car, and that is why there was a basket of fries sitting in my car.
Well, Jacob, now you've had 2 call-outs, and one of them was Hayden calling you a loser. So,
listen, that's a party foul. If you're gonna get fries, eat the fries, okay? And get you a milkshake or something to enjoy it with. It's gonna be hot out here, so it was a nice week this week.
It was.
Temperature-wise. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now it's gonna be like 4 billion next week.
What? Isn't it supposed to rain a lot next week?
Shh.
Okay.
Don't tell the people about the rain.
Hey, it's Monday already when this comes out. They're stuck here.
Yeah. We got you. You're trapped. It is not going to rain. I have said that for the past 3 times that I was here and it said it was going to rain and it didn't rain. And so I'm sticking to it.
True. Wasn't one of your predictions that it would never rain 2 days in a row?
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah, we might knock that prediction out of the water the first day. But the good part is, so it is supposed to rain Sunday. And the good part is that we're not having a campfire on Sunday. It's on Monday. And so that was cool.
Yeah.
And there is, if we have to have a campfire inside, there is a special surprise that we've been working on, which is really cool. Yeah. So maybe you want to hope for it to rain.
I don't know. I don't, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Man, I am so excited for Scouts to come on Sunday, though.
I am too.
It's it doesn't really become real until the scouts start.
Right. Now, of course, I love the ROTC to be in here. And I mean, they're a great group of people. This group that just left today, it was awesome. We had a lot of the Navy, which was the first time for me getting to work with the Navy and do that kind of stuff with them. Because normally, they're all aquatics. Mm-hmm. And so that was pretty cool. And they were awesome. But it's like you said, it doesn't really become real until the scouts come in here and that first week and you hear music from the chapel and you hear Floppy Man down at the dining hall. And it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. That's what we live for here at Camp Davy Crockett. Although, yesterday evening, I remember hearing one of the groups of cadets doing the cadence, and it was Boom Chicka Boom. I was like, oh man, it gave me a little surge of that Davy Crockett spirit.
I have been working on getting my voice ready because JD doesn't want to do it. Okay. And so I've been working on getting my voice ready to be able to do that song, and it's not going to
do it right now.
I can't do as good as J, because J-Dub did it the best.
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course.
We need to just call him back. Maybe he can do it over the phone. Just hold the microphone up to the phone and let him do it.
Not sure if it would have the same effect.
It's JD or JW. Gosh, oh gosh, I feel so bad now. JD's gonna be like, I can't even believe you called me that.
I always when I was little, I always just assumed that they were related because they were like the same name.
They had the first same letter, so they're obviously related.
Like they were set in my head. There's JW and there's JD. Like obviously they're like the same person.
Obviously, yeah. I didn't know they were two. I've never seen them in the same room together.
Pretty sure I have. JW was our old program director.
I never worked for him.
Yeah, before I
went to camp while he was here. Obviously, we both did. But did you ever camp here?
I have not. I have never actually camped as a camper here.
I assume your brother and everybody did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you ever meet JW?
No, I don't believe I did.
My goodness.
Get out. No. We can't have. That's what's scary. There are some people in here, like not you. You know a lot of the older people, but because you've worked here for like a while. Yeah. I don't know how long you've worked here. We'll get into that later. But there are some people who are on staff who we've started to like teach, and that's scary. And then there are some people when you go and you make a reference of somebody who you feel was a very prominent figure in camp, just a couple years ago, that they have no clue who that is. And it's like, oh no, that's so sad.
I did that the other day. I was talking to Madison and mentioned Steve-O. And she didn't know who Steve-O was.
Our pool director doesn't know Steve-O?
Our pool director does not know Steve-O.
Does she did you explain that it was Steven?
Yes.
There is no way. She cannot. She was here.
She was also never a camper here.
Well, yeah, but I thought she worked under him.
No, she just started working.
She started working the first year that JD was programmed.
21.
Huh. That is crazy.
That is. And she said, so Madison actually lives in Whitesburg. Moorestown.
Mooretown.
Anyway, she said that she didn't even know this place existed until she worked here.
Well, yeah, I could understand that. If you don't have like a background in scouting, something, I could understand how you wouldn't know.
I was sure she said she lived in Whitesburg, though.
She might. I know she works at the Freddy's in Moorestown.
Yeah.
So
anyway, shout out to Madison and Freddy's.
Yeah.
She brought us some custard the other day, and it was
good. I didn't get any. I was a little disappointed.
I did.
A shame.
Did you?
I did not.
Oh, it was just you.
I ate it all.
You get karma for clotheslining yourself.
What?
It's payback. The world adjusted. You got something good and something bad all at the same time.
Okay.
Was it on Thursday that you got custard?
No, I think it was Wednesday.
Well, close enough.
Anyway. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right. Cool. Mikayla, who are you? Explain.
I am the Scoutcraft director here at camp.
And this is your second year.
This is my second year as Scoutcraft.
Because I realized we had our directors meeting earlier today, and I did not realize this until Dell pointed out. You two are the only two that have served in your position for more than a year, which is crazy.
Right. Or that this isn't our first year in position.
Right. Which is all the other directors are not necessarily new to camp, but new to their position. Because really, if you're staff on that, you've seen how the directors do it, and obviously. But that's just strange to me. I didn't realize it until he said something today, and I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then Earl's been here for Earl's only worked here for 5 years.
Yeah.
I didn't believe that. I thought Earl was here like when this place opened. I thought he just spawned in and was here.
I remember when Earl started working because he started working the year after I started.
That's crazy. You worked longer than Earl?
Wait, what? Did you start?
2018.
That's when we started.
We've not worked longer than Earl.
Was Earl not here our first
He wasn't
year?
here COVID year, and he's not counting that.
Right.
And so he started, I swear he started the year, because he was here when Steven was here, which would have been the year before we were here.
What? I don't even know what you're saying anymore. I'm sure the listeners don't.
I think that Earl started in 2017 and worked until that COVID year. And that would make this his 5th year of camp.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
I don't know. We'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Anyway, something else that happened this week.
What?
Was we had...
I thought you were going to be like really enthusiastic about that. And then you just like...
So we had some snake adventures.
No way.
Yeah. 2 separate occasions this week I encountered a copperhead snake. Dun dun dun. Which is the probably after the rat snake. It's probably the snake I've seen most on camp. But
no. But not like a lot, just out of the snakes you've
not
seen.
Not all the time. I see rat snakes a lot more. But anyway, the copperhead is the only venomous snake, to my knowledge, that we have seen on camp. There are rattlesnakes in our region, but I've never had one on camp that I know of. That's not to say it couldn't happen. Right. But anyway, copperheads do live here. So watch out for them. But
I think you should do it.
We are. I will do that. But anyway, on Sunday, Pop-Tart and I were giving a tour, and Kit. Actually, there were 3 of us because we thought it was going to be a big group.
Right.
It was a big group. Right. But then just the cadres went on the tour.
Okay.
And so there were 3 cadres and 3 staff, but we just went on the tour anyway. But
I bet you guys provided an excellent experience to them.
I'm sure we did. I hope so. But the most interesting part was when Pop-Tart almost stepped on a copperhead. We were on the trail by Gray Squirrel campsite, and
I know where that was.
Yeah. He was walking, as you do, on trails.
Yeah, as you do.
And his foot was about 3 inches above the ground, actually about 3 inches above a snake, when the cadre was like, snake, 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 and Pop-Tart was like, ah, and like almost fell over. And the snake was just like, oh, huh, and then slithered away.
Yeah, because they don't care. Yeah. Snakes are chill.
Copperheads especially, actually, weirdly enough. Like, you think about copperheads are venomous, and so you expect them to be like really deadly, scary, but like they're very chill. Yeah. And the other one, actually, I'll use that as a transition to my public service announcement. Copperheads, okay, watch out for them. They are venomous. You don't want to get bit by one, obviously. But if you do, please do not freak out because I mean, it might be difficult not to freak out, but I promise you will be fine because first of all, there's like an extremely, extremely low chance that it'll actually kill you. But it will be like, very painful and everything. But there's also like we're 20 minutes away from the place where you can get treatment for it. And
that's true. Rogersville is like the national or regional like distribution center for all anti-venom in our area.
It's crazy. Yeah. So we're very close to the best place to get you help for it. And as long as we do get you help quickly, you're going to be totally fine. It's an easy treatment. So hopefully please don't. Please try not to get bit by a copperhead. Watch where you step, obviously. But if it does happen, you'll be fine. Don't freak out. Because if you do freak out, that'll only make it worse.
That's true. Bring your heart rate up and whatever else.
Yeah. But yeah, just don't mess with snakes.
Yeah, keep in mind that snakes really, like, they're not there to bother you. As long as you don't bother them, they won't bother you. They're more scared of you. That's what happens. Yeah. A snake gets scared of you because you're big. Imagine a giant, like, that's really, like, 40 times larger than you are, walks up and pokes you. Yeah. Like, what would you do? I mean, I probably wouldn't bite them because I'd be, like, terrified. But,
Yeah. They also don't usually inject venom or a lot of venom, at least, on you. That's for their prey. Yeah. And, it's meant to kill like a mouse quickly, but it won't kill you.
Yeah.
or it's extremely unlikely to, and it won't kill you quickly anyway. So we can get you to a hospital and it's fine. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, I feel like rat snakes, on the other hand, like field snakes, there's no in between. So they're either like really chill, or they're like really not aggressive is a bad word for it, but like really just don't want to be bothered.
They are a lot more likely to bite.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't have anything else to do. Like,
they're just hanging out.
Yeah, a copperhead, like venomous snakes know that they're scary. Like, right. and they try to warn you away and everything. But like a non-venomous snake is gonna, they're gonna be like, hey, and they're gonna,
But I think
sometimes.
But I think just to put everyone at ease, I think I've worked here for, this will be my 6th year.
Yeah.
And I think in my career, I have only seen 5 snakes here. I mean, I'm not like out looking for it, but I'm all over camp. And out of those 5 snakes, 4 of them have been just normal rat snakes, and 1 of them has been a copperhead.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it's not common, and that's spread out.
Yeah.
amongst all those years. And that's
definitely seen more than that, but I am the ecology director.
So. I would hope so. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys have a snake in the ecology room.
Not now, but I did get to talk to a TWRA guy this weekend. We might be able to get one.
So, I mean, literally you would see one every day.
Yeah, no promises, and definitely not week 1, unfortunately. But I'm going to have to email him today.
Yeah, so you would see one every day, and so that would skew your numbers of seeing a snake. So you could walk in here and be like, I've seen a snake every day.
Anyway, the other copperhead was in staff camp. That's the whole story.
Yeah.
We tried to move him, but he hid away.
Yeah, because he's more scared of you than you are of him.
Yep.
So I think. Well, I don't know what's next. What should we? What is next?
We should have the word of the day. We haven't let our guests talk very much.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm excited about the word of the day.
Yeah,
because Mikayla is kind of smarter than I am, and so I am concerned but excited.
Oh, he's a snake. For the people watching, we have a toy snake,
and
a toy seal.
Seal.
We'll call it a walrus.
It looks like a walrus, but it doesn't have tusks. So
we'll act like it's a walrus.
It's a sea lion.
Maybe. Anyways, word of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so word of the day is festooned.
Ooh.
Okay, festooned.
Festooned. It is a noun.
Okay.
And it means a string or chain of flowers, foliage, ribbon, etc. suspended in a curve between 2 points.
That's a noun? It sounds like a verb. Like the festooned. How do you spell that?
Festooned.
It's got the ED and it's a noun?
It is a noun.
Where would our closest festooned be? Because I'm trying to think, like, a curve is in what? Like, do they have to be in a curve? It's a group of flowers that's in a curve.
It's like a... Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be flowers either. It can be. It could even be like the lights that are hanging at HQ.
So anything can be festooned.
Yes.
Like one of those like red, white, and blue America banners.
Yeah, like we do down at Campfire.
That makes sense. Wow. But what if it's a circle? You can't do that, right?
No.
Okay.
That does not
just
mean
has to be
festooned.
in a curve.
It is in a curve between 2 points.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
Kinda. I'm going to point out everything. I think we should label stuff.
Festooned.
This is festooned.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool word.
Do you have a joke?
I do have a joke.
So where did you find it? Did you Google words or did you just randomly have somebody use this word and just be like...
I Googled words.
Oh, okay. I really wanted a cool backstory.
Unfortunately, I Googled words.
Okay.
But I did sit in Google words for like 20 minutes before I found this word.
Oh,
wow. You dug deep.
Yeah, that's commitment. Most people just do it like 4 minutes before we start.
All right. Do you have a joke for us today?
I do.
Are you ready to laugh, Hayden?
Yeah, I have got my laughing prepared.
Did you know that Davy Crockett had 3 ears?
What?
No, I didn't.
He has his left ear, his right ear, and his front ear. His wild front ear.
I get it. Oh, it's even a Davy Crockett joke. Man, that's genius. Man. I think we should tell that at Campfire. That's hilarious.
Oh, King of the Wild Frontier. Man, Mikayla's on the top of her game.
Yeah, I think that might be one of our best jokes on here. We'll put that on a milk carton.
Just for camp.
Yep.
Camp exclusive milk carton joke. See if we can petition.
Yeah, Dairy Pure, if you ever get your site back up, put us on the top of the list.
It's got to be one of them listening to us, right?
No.
Steven's forwarded it to them by now, right?
Yeah, probably. He's over here lawyering up. So now we start with the questions.
We do have interview questions. Before we get into the interview questions, though, I do want to mention we have our new staff apparel.
Oh, yeah.
We're currently wearing
I forgot about that. We all three. It's like we work here or something.
Yeah.
And then you have your new wristband.
Oh, yeah. The wristband for staff. I've got more wristbands. The wristband for staff is orange. This one. And this t-shirts are orange too. And JD hates them because he thinks that they look like the colors of a certain college that we will not mention because I don't care.
Yep, because it's just a color. It's on a shirt. But the hats, though, are interesting. I haven't decided if I like the material and how it's made because it's different from our old ones. I really liked our old ones.
I liked the old ones, but I do like that these are a little bit more sturdy than...
That's true. They are a little sturdy.
Yeah, but they're not as comfortable either. I gotta say, out of everything about this hat that they got right, that stupid tag that was in the old ones that was like right here that inevitably would fold down. That's the one. I haven't worn this much. That's true.
But
that is one improvement in one area.
It's orange and it says staff and Camp Davy Crockett.
The hat is gray, which it's weird to me. I'm not sure how I feel about the gray because the other color matched our field uniforms really well. Right. So I don't know. This might grow on me, but at least like the style of the hat, I think it's a lot less comfortable. And as of right now,
you think it's a lot less comfortable?
Well, I don't know. The other one just like molded around your head so easily. I don't know.
Yeah,
and it had like the sweat absorbent band and everything. It was nice, and the mesh. I don't know.
I think this one has the sweat absorbent band too. It just doesn't have it labeled.
Yeah.
I think the other one really didn't have it. It just had a label, and so it made you think it did. And then
no, it definitely did. It was way more comfortable than any other hat that I've ever worn. Okay. I'm standing by that. Like I would, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't like hats in general because I don't think I look good in hats, and so I try not to wear hats as much as possible. But I don't know. That's why this hat's sitting here and not on my head.
Well, it's nice set dressing. So
yep,
just like our snake
and our bone and our butt book.
These are our little notepads that we are supposed to write down anything that we need to write down in.
And then turn it in if we need to. Okay, so questions.
Yeah. I already asked who you are. And we asked about... Did we ask? Yeah, we asked how long you've been on staff, right? Mm-hmm. Since 2018, you said?
We mentioned 2018, but I have officially been on staff for 6 years now.
Wow. 1 year longer than us.
What? No, we started in 2018.
Same years. It's so long ago. I had when I went up to get my award for the thing, Colonel Caruso was like, he's been here a long time, and I was like, not a long time. And then I realized it's been almost a decade.
Not almost a decade, just more.
We're past 50%, and so that means it's almost a decade. That's how it works.
Great, Hayden. Thanks so much. What do you want to be when you grow up?
An athletic trainer.
Ooh.
I am going to school to be an athletic trainer.
That's cool. So you're going to school as in like college or athletic training school?
I'm in undergraduate college now, and then we'll have to go to, I think, 2 years of graduate school.
Okay. That'll be fun. Where are you? I mean, do you care like to say where are you going to school?
Currently, UVA-wise.
Oh, okay. Cool. A lot of our staff either goes to UVA or ETSU. It's like we both live in Tennessee or Virginia. Imagine that.
Man.
Have you thought about where you're going to go to your graduate school?
No, not yet. I've still got 4 semesters before I have to really worry about that. So.
Well, I'm sure JD would prefer our shirts to be the colors of that school.
For sure. Am I just going down this list? How does this work?
What do you mean? It's the next thing.
Well, we already asked you your position.
Well, then go to the next one.
Okay. So we done talked about your years in scouting. Mm-hmm. 6 years. You've never been in scouts before. Was your
she's with a troop?
Well, but you weren't in it previous to working at camp, were you?
I was in a venture crew.
Oh, well, tell us about that. How many years were you in a venture crew?
1.
Oh, okay. Well, did you earn any awards?
No.
Okay. Well,
I was ready to age out by the time I joined. So.
Would you remember what crew it was?
Crew 333.
333. And then,
are you with Troop 333?
I am. Yeah. I am the assistant scoutmaster to both the boys and girls troops 333.
Oh, cool. What is your favorite campsite and shelter on camp?
Okay, so my favorite campsite it's a toss-up between wolf and black bear.
Okay.
I like wolf because it's peaceful.
Right.
But black bear is also closer to the bathrooms that flush.
That's true. Pines are not too far from wolf.
Yeah. Nice. But I also
black bear's closer.
Agree. Yeah. I don't know.
You gotta pick one. Commit.
Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah. I think between the two I'd have picked wolf as well.
I gotta say, where Pines Shower House has been remade, it is very nice now.
That's called renovated.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they completely destroyed the entire. No, not really, but they totally redid the inside, and it's way nicer. Mm-hmm. And I think it's probably actually nicer than Oaks now.
Yeah,
it used to be very much not.
Yeah, but now it is. What is your favorite shelter?
The pioneering shelter.
Whoa.
What if you had to pick one not in your program area?
What?
Probably the raccoon shelter.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you.
Why the pioneering shelter?
Because you're away from everything except the lake, but you get to hear all like the little waves that crash against the shore down there.
That would annoy me.
I don't know. It's very peaceful for me.
Make me have to use the bathroom. And then at the pioneering shelter, you're not close to a bathroom.
Actually, there are porta potties at the top of the hill now.
But who really wants to go use the bathroom in a porta potty?
Somebody that has to go very badly.
I guess that's a fair point.
You do get some nice nature encounters at Pioneering, though, I've noticed. Like, things will run across that road because there's nobody back there.
Mm-hmm. We also have a mouse that lives in our shed down there. His name is Taquavis.
I think most of the shelters have a mouse.
Oh, that's true. But they're all named and they're taken care of.
Dylan named one in Raccoon last year that it had like 5 names, something, the third or whatever. I don't remember, but he still remembers it after a year.
Of course, yeah.
Taquavis' name is actually very long. I just don't remember.
Okay. But yeah, they're all. We have a coexistence with them. If they leave us alone, we'll leave them alone.
Yep, just like the snakes.
Yep, until they eat our program supplies, then they gotta go.
Yeah, they do like to do that.
Yeah, especially over the weekends. But then we take them and hit them with a broom, tell them to leave.
Hey, go away. They don't.
If you gotta ask nicely before you go to harder things. Oh, it's your question.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of your biggest pet peeves?
Chewing food or gum with your mouth open. It irks me.
What's that look, Hayden?
I don't do that. No, I really try not to. But I do sometimes I'll be talking and half have my food. And it's that
doesn't talking with a little bit of food in your mouth doesn't bother me as bad as just plain smacking and chewing with your mouth open.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Sorry.
Yeah, I always try to cover my mouth if I'm going to talk with food in my mouth.
Okay.
I remembered one of my biggest pet peeves the other day, and then I now don't remember.
Oh well, that should be one of them. That's a good pet peeve to have because it's bad.
What embarrasses you the most?
Hearing my own voice on recording.
Well, I hate to tell you this.
I am fully aware of what I'm doing.
I would probably skip episode 6 of season 2. Listen to all the rest. But this one specifically, I would probably skip.
Well, she did listen to it live, to be fair.
That's true. You are currently listening to it. Mm-hmm. Man, it's an exclusive listener.
And our non-existent live studio audience.
Yeah, we should have invited Daniel and Jacob down here and let them have them back
when
here.
You said we could have some background laughter, but it would be just two voices, so it's really awkward.
We put them one on each side so that way.
Jacob's a little busy at the moment. He is supposed to be fixing my tire on my car.
Yeah, hopefully he's eating that basket of fries.
Is that still there?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure. Anyways.
Oh, you asked.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just asked that question.
What is your favorite Trading Post snack?
My favorite Trading Post snack is a blue raspberry and cotton candy slushie.
Ooh.
And a Snickers bar.
That's a solid choice.
Very specific order.
Yeah. Well, it's she used to work in the
Yeah, I was going to say, we forgot to ask about former positions.
Oh, what's your former position?
I worked in the Trading Post for 4 years.
Yeah, so you know the insider details of how to mix slushies. I do have to say...
It's not that hard.
No, it apparently is. I miss coming down because you made some like really good slushies. I don't know how you did it, but like every time I would come down, that I would always be like, hey, where's Mikayla? Because I need a slushie because no one else can figure this out. So...
Well... If it makes you feel any better, I did personally train Gracie, so she knows
Gracie
how
does
to make
Gracie does a good job as well. All the other ones, I give them like a B-, but you and Gracie had it down.
Wait, how is it any different? Like mixing it, don't you just?
It is. It's so strange.
What do you do? Can you walk us through your process? Can you give us an exclusive scoop?
Follow the directions on the machine. A lot of people don't actually follow the directions on the machine.
What really gets me is, so I'm not going to like say who because it really doesn't matter. But the other day I went in for a slushie and they put the slushie mix in the cup and then put 2 pumps of the flavor on top and handed it to me. And I was like, that's not how you do that.
No, that's the backwards process.
Yeah, I was like, if you're gonna do it, at least halfway right. Put the 2 pumps of the stuff in the bottom of the cup and then fill it up. So that way it mixes when it fills
that's
up.
how you're supposed to do it, isn't it?
It is. And we came up with a way to get around that when we accidentally mess up. So if you accidentally mess up, and you put the slushy ice in and then the flavoring, you get another cup and dump it in and it'll mix it.
See,
brilliant.
Experience. I would have never thought about that. I'd have just been like, oh, well, I got a free slushy, got to make another one.
Well, when you're in a rush, it's a little bit easier to just dump it in another cup and get it out the door.
And I can imagine that, like, when you sit there and you have 45 kids telling you, I want a slushie, that you mess up a couple times. If you could have any superpower in the world, what would you want to have a superpower?
I think that part was implied.
Oh, okay. Just clarifying.
The power of telekinesis.
Let's see. I wouldn't want that. That's scary. I don't want to know what anybody is thinking about me at a given time.
That's mind reading. Telekinesis is the ability to move stuff with
I knew that. I was just testing you. Making sure you couldn't read my mind. I still wouldn't want that because I would definitely be like doing something and then think, oh, I don't want that bottle to fall. And then I would like accidentally knock
it. Isn't telekinesis also like being able to like talk to someone through their mind, or is that something else?
That's telepathy.
Telepathy, that's it.
Oh, see, you messed up too. That's what you get. Well, we know that she can't read or talk to us through her mind because we did the tests.
Cool. What would you use telekinesis for?
Moving.
I mean, it really depends because there are a lot of situations where I look like if somebody's about to fall or something and I can see it happening. I'm like, oh man, I wish I could help that person. But I mean, you can't do much if they're already in the process of falling. If you're farther away from them.
Yeah. Are you able to have this whole dialogue in your mind while they're falling? It's like, man, I really wish I could do something, but they're falling for 10 minutes and I could walk over there and help them, but I'd just rather do it with my mind.
Well, it's more along the lines of I see someone trip and then go down, not necessarily fall for 10 minutes.
Yeah. See, I would forget how to use it and like I would see him fall and I'd be like, oh, I can help him. Just smack him to the ground.
Yeah, it would depend. It would like how would it be controlled? We don't know because it's not real. But
maybe it is. Well, no. Speaking of superpowers, I think that the superpower that Israel is the teleportation of camp directors.
Oh yes, we did talk about this earlier this week.
Yeah, there are 2 camp directors that we have worked for now, Freddie and Dell, and both of them seem to have the ability just to kind of teleport anywhere on camp whenever they want to.
Only within the camp boundaries.
Right. Yeah, no. Once teleport, and it's so strange because you'll be like talking to to Dale, and then all of a sudden he's at Lakefront. How did you get there?
That is a true statement.
Yeah, it's because there's been multiple times where I've been like at headquarters or something and been like talking to him, and then all of a sudden he gets a radio call for like something somewhere complete, like, you know, a good ways away. And
sorry, could you say that again?
no. And then
phone off.
All of a sudden,
what was it?
It was my watch.
Oh,
well, we're not saying it again. Okay. All of a sudden, he's like, "Yeah, I'm here," and it's like, well, "How did you get there?" I don't know. Magic.
Teleportation.
Yeah. So I want that ability.
Become camp director.
Yeah. Maybe never.
Well, it may also even run through program directors too.
I don't know.
See, I'm not going to say what I was talking about earlier.
Well,
yeah.
When I went to camp school, they were like popping up everywhere. So
no, but they also are like strangely just like everywhere. Program directors are just odd.
Okay, well, what is your favorite class that you have taken and or taught at Camp Davy Crockett?
Camping merit badge. I love teaching the camping merit badge.
We don't teach that one right now, do we?
Yes, we do.
No.
I teach it.
Imagine that. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. I remember taking that one as a camper.
As a camp? Back when you were at camp.
The old camp merit badge.
Yeah. What do you like about camping merit badge?
Just that I get to teach kids what not to wear when it's 20 degrees outside.
Wow.
Yeah. I can imagine that would be different. I don't know. Right?
I don't know. You can definitely have some fun or interesting conversations with those topics.
Yeah.
You can, especially when you have them use the people in their class to set up a campsite.
Oh, yeah, because you got to set up a whole campsite with tents and such. I guess that's what a campsite is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have them set up a kitchen. I have them pick where their bathroom is going to be. All that stuff.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
I keep clicking my pen accidentally.
I would move my entire campsite over to one of the shower houses and be like, this is where we're setting up, right here. I picked that as my bathroom. The pine shower house or the oak shower house. Either
or
one.
the staff lodge shower.
Yep, let me set up my tent. Cabin number 15. So,
I guess you've not taken any classes here.
I have not.
Any like training classes?
Not at camp. The training classes that I've taken have been like off camp.
Right. Camp school though.
That was
Yeah,
was
speaking of camp memories, what is your favorite camp story?
So my favorite camp story would have to be when James Crussell was helping me restock Slushie flavors in the trading post.
Okay.
So there's a way that when I was in the trading post, I would pick up the Slushie, the flavor dispensers to take them to refill them.
Right.
So I would pick them up like this and pick them up in the gaps in my fingers. Yeah. He didn't see me do that. So I set him down and have him refill them, and I stepped to the back room to grab something else to refill it. And I hear a crash.
Okay.
I walk out of the back room, and he is standing there covered head to toe in blue and yellow slushy bits, or slushy flavoring.
I remember him coming up to staff camp covered in coloring because that stuff stains.
It does.
Like, it's bad. And asking him what happened, and he was just like, "I don't want to talk about it."
Well, now you know what happened.
Now the whole world knows. Sorry, James.
Yeah, James just got thrown under the bus. So did he just like knock it off the counter? Or?
So he attempted to pick them up accordion style.
Oh, that's a mistake. You can't. That's rookie mistakes right there.
Surely he would know better now.
Yeah. Anytime, listen, it's a law of the world that if you pick something up accordion style, the middle piece is inevitably at some point going to fly left, right. It's
Except, I will say, popcorn things. I do concessions at the Jonesboro Theater sometimes, and I can carry out like 10 popcorns like accordion style, and it works every time.
Yeah, I think there's a weight limit.
Never failed yet.
It's got to be under a certain weight.
Popcorn is very light.
Yeah, it's got to be under a certain weight to accordion style. So
but I'm always afraid of it.
I like how you describe that.
Yeah.
Accordion style. I've never thought about it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure James was very flavorful after that happened.
I assume I just imagine like you have your clothes and you put them in the washer and the water just automatically turns a different color because it's all just soaked into your clothes. Like,
then you get it out and instead of being wet, it's got slushy on it. You're just like, oh, yeah.
I have many hats from my Trading Post days that are tie-dyed with slushy flavor.
Yeah.
Do you ever lick them?
No.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Tasty.
Tastes like dirt.
There's a bit too much dirt on those for that.
Get your dirt flavored slushies. We don't actually have that flavor.
Yeah.
But,
That'd be gross.
Yeah, and don't make it. That would not be a good idea.
That'd be even more grosser.
James, if you're listening, and I know you are because you love us so much, we're sorry that happened to you, but it was funny.
Yeah, maybe be more careful next time. No more accordion style and flavor.
Oh, now it's time for the question from our previous guest.
Oh man, this one's exciting.
Pop-Tart asks, what is your favorite cereal mascot?
And he said specifically that you couldn't say you don't know any because that's a terrible answer.
Tony the Tiger. Frosted Flakes.
It's a basic answer. No.
Well, it was a toss-up between Tony the Tiger and the Little Bee from the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh,
yeah. I would have picked the Bee.
Huh?
Or I would have picked like Captain Crunch. The Captain.
Yeah, he's a classic.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
I always forget about Captain Crunch.
Everybody does.
It's weird. It feels like everyone knows it, but no.
What about like the parrot from Fruit Loops?
Toucan?
Yeah, the toucan safari.
I'm sure he has a name. I don't know it.
Yeah,
I'm a bad cereal fan.
Fruit Loop.
Loopy.
If it's not named, we named him. So. And there's other ones. There's like the heart.
Count Chocula.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All good ones.
Yeah.
No, I don't eat cereal, so.
I don't know. Oh, and do you have a question for our next guest?
I do.
Good.
So, what would you be if you had to wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life?
Like all the time?
All the time, every day.
So you got
like, do you have to shower in it?
I mean, you can take it off.
Okay.
I would assume
you
you
have
could
like
take it off
multiple
the
of the
shower.
same costumes. So yeah. So you always clean.
Okay.
When she said it originally, I thought that I just imagined that like every Halloween you had to be the same thing. And I was like, well, that's kind of, but I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, for your whole life.
Yeah. I don't know what I would be.
It's a tough question. We'll have to think about it next week.
Yeah, probably just Hayden.
That is a real scary Halloween costume. Or no, Anthony Johnson.
Oh, yeah, he's not our friend. He's just our acquaintance or whatever. So we
whatever he
can make
said.
fun of him.
Did you listen to that episode with Anthony?
I don't think I have yet.
She's like, I've not listened to any of it.
It was our Halloween episode. So we made him up to be very scary.
No.
Because he is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the questions we have for today.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't think I do.
Good, because I wasn't prepared to answer them.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about this week or anything? Any comments to make? Any stories to tell?
The fire extinguishers do work.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I have not heard this story.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. So JD, myself, Pop-Tart, and Camden were all coming up from the dining hall on the program cart.
Okay.
And we have fire extinguishers on all
Right.
the golf carts.
Camp regulation.
So it was rattling.
Okay.
So JD went to put his foot on it to make it stop rattling. We did not know that the pin had been pulled on the fire extinguisher. So I got a face full of extinguisher, and it got JD and Pop-Tart, and somehow Camden didn't get it.
Man.
Somehow it did not hit Camden. But we all jumped off the golf cart and was coughing and trying to breathe again. So.
Well, now you know not to put your foot on a fire extinguisher. I feel like that's more common sense. I'll be honest. They didn't teach that one in camp school.
Put on the curriculum.
Send a letter to National.
Well, if you're coming to camp this summer and you're worried about fires, extinguishers do work.
Yep. You got to use them with your feet.
Please don't use them unless you have to use it.
Yeah.
But, yep, safety regulations are all up to code here, yes, as far as we know.
Yeah. So, thought of the day, unless we got anything else.
I do have quotes.
Oh,
do you want to do that before?
Let's do it before, yeah.
All right. Staff quotes of the week. That's our segment intro.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So, I have some quotes from staff members.
Okay, see, and I'm at a downfall because there are new staff members that I have not met yet.
Let's see. Okay, I will give you a hint right off the bat. None of these are first-year staff.
Oh,
all two of them.
Returning staff.
Yes.
Oh! I thought you meant the program area first year.
What? No.
Okay.
None of these are staff who are working here for the first time this year.
And that makes sense.
So the ones that you don't know yet, you still have a little more time to learn them.
Yeah. Okay.
Before we get to them. Okay. I'm not lazy. I just don't like stairs that much.
Sounds like Mike or JD.
It does sound like them, but it's not them.
Dylan.
It's not Dylan either.
Hold on. Every time you read one of these quotes, I imagine that I can see like a person saying it.
Yeah. And then it's never who you think.
My final answer is gonna be Ethan Rose.
What do you think, Mikayla?
Grant Bonin.
Oh, that's not a bad one. I've also got another hint, but I don't think it's his. Go ahead.
Good guesses, but it was Matthew Williams.
I can see every time. I think, okay, yeah.
There are a lot of staff members that choose.
Where were your stairs?
This is a very hard game. I don't even know what we were talking about because we don't really have stairs like anywhere on campus.
Well, at campfire, not at campfire. The new dining hall, parade field.
Oh yeah, that might have been what he's talking about. I don't know.
Yeah,
I forgot. That was a while ago. Anyway,
the only other place I can think where there's like more than one stair is like the Cope Tower.
True.
And I don't think you guys were there. Yeah.
No. Okay. If you hear dinosaur train from a distance, of course you'll be attracted to it. This is specifically referring to the theme song of the Dinosaur Train PBS Kids television show.
Oh, okay. Oh man, so it's got to be somebody that knows what the Dinosaur Train is.
Yes.
I used to watch it as when I was in like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Back in the day.
Like last night. While I was on TV, I was still watching it.
Did you ever watch Dinosaur Train, Mikayla?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're missing out. It's a good show.
Do you like dinosaurs?
I do like dinosaurs.
Do you like trains?
I like trains.
See, honestly, whoever came up with the show was a genius.
Yeah.
Every kid loves dinosaurs and every kid loves trains.
Exactly.
Put them together, brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in my 20s and I have a dinosaur shirt that I wear.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I would be more concerned that you didn't have a dinosaur shirt. Okay, so the quote.
If you hear dinosaur train from a distance, of course you'll be attracted to it.
I'm going with Avery.
That sounds like something Pop-Tart would say.
It does sound like something Pop-Tart would say.
No.
Neither one of them. Oh, man, who is it?
It is Dylan.
Oh, I was going to go with Dylan. Darn
guessed him last time. Someone guessed him last time.
Did.
I don't know.
Darn it. Okay.
Right. Our last one. Well, I have some bonus ones, but I'm going to tell you. Those are for a different...
Yeah.
Our last one to guess.
Okay.
Be a real man. Be fat.
Mike Wolf.
I'm pretty sure I was there when that one was said, but I cannot remember who said that one.
Okay, so if you were both there, then it had to be around staff.
Wow. Great hint.
And it's got to be someone who's on the bigger side of things. Not being mean.
Maybe.
Over 100 pounds. So it's not some people.
There is a second part to this, which was like the next sentence in the conversation, which was real men eat McDonald's.
Was it Jacob talking about the basket of fries? That would have been hilarious.
I feel like it's Ethan Rose.
No.
He may have been present when that comment was made.
Maybe.
I'm going to go with Dylan Tipton.
I had one from him.
Ross Baker.
No. Each time it has been someone that you guessed for the last one, though. It was Avery.
Okay. I thought about it. Anyways.
You keep... I don't know, man. You always say that you thought of them. And
I do, because I think of every staff member, and then I give a name. One of these...
So then you are automatically able to say, I thought of them.
Right.
All right. Well, my bonus quotes are from Pop-Tart and Hayden, which these are a dual set. This week, Pop-Tart was... it was Sunday, so yeah, it was this week. Pop-Tart was saying, corn is a selfish ingredient. And then last night, Hayden said, chips are so unethical.
Listen, the chips thing... The chips are so hard to eat. Okay,
especially that's what he meant, was hard to eat. Yeah, I was like, were you trying to say inedible or
no? I don't know what I was trying to say. Especially when you have cheese on. We had a nacho bar, which we should have every week at summer camp, so you'll have to look forward to that. But we had a nacho bar, and when you take chips and you put them in a bowl, and then you put cheese on top, and then you try to eat an entire chip, you have to sit there and you have to, like, in your mind, look at the chip to figure out which way you're going to jam it in your mouth, so that way you can not get any cheese like on your fingers or on your mouth. It's so hard. Chips should not be this difficult. Something so small and stupid should not be.
Why you should use round chips instead of triangle chips.
Listen, I am all there. When I buy chips at the store, I buy round chips. Mm-hmm. The little, like, not like huge, but like little round chips. Yeah, those are the perfect ones.
I'm definitely a proponent of round chips for something like that, especially. But I don't know, there is something about the triangular, like, dipping ones that look they look good.
And
they look cool.
The scoops, those are stupid.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of scoops.
You scoop and you bite into it, and it's too hard. Like, I don't like it.
Anyway,
thought of the day. So today's thought of the day is something that we actually talked about. I think it was last night.
Yes. Same time as the chips conversation.
Yeah. If you were, so you know how in the world, okay, there are valleys and there are mountains with hills.
What are those?
Yeah. Okay. Like Mr. Ecology Man. There are valleys and there are hills. If we were to take all the dirt from all the mountains and fill it in to all the valleys, would there be enough dirt to make everything flat? Like, I mean, obviously, eventually, if you sat there and you graded the entire earth back and forth, it would become flat. But could you, in theory, make the entire world one perfectly sphere?
It is a sphere. What do you mean?
But perfect.
Like smooth.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Just by, like, putting the tops of mountains into the valley.
Well, there's still the ocean to worry about. Are you just talking about land masses?
Land masses, yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
How does the ocean work?
Well, it's pretty complicated. I don't know if I can explain the whole thing.
When you pour water on a ball, it falls off.
Yeah.
How does the ocean stay there? I've never thought about this. Why does it all drain to one side and fall away?
There's this thing called gravity.
No.
Gravity is non-existent. That's why we do gravity checks at the campfire.
Oh, yeah, because we got to make sure. I still just imagine us doing a gravity check one night and just...
Someone last night was talking about, I think it was Ethan. He was saying we should do the gravity check, but, like, someone's behind him and just, like, holds him up. And it's like, oh, no, it's not working.
We get Cope to rig us something up.
Yeah.
We just moved the tower down there. I think that was my exact response of last night. We could just move the tower there and have Cope rig something
No, because we were also talking about lifeguards.
Oh, yeah.
We were asking, someone was talking about whether we could set up like a kiddie pool at the campfire for a skit or something. And would we have to have, like, what would the lifeguard policy be for that? And someone commented that we should have just an absurdly tall lifeguard tower next to the kiddie pool. And someone said we should just move the Cope Tower to campfire.
Yeah.
Great plans. New things in the work at Camp David Crockett.
Yeah. Well, that was my thoughts of the day. There was more of like 5, but, whatever.
We get
gives you something to think about for the next episode.
Do you have any thoughts of the day, Mikayla?
The Earth is 70% water, right?
Yes.
And none of it is carbonated, so technically the Earth is flat.
Gasp.
Isn't people 70% water as well?
Pretty much, yeah. A lot of it.
Man.
A lot of you are water. A lot of you is water.
No, a lot of you is water. More than 2% is water.
Definitely, yes. Yeah. As long as you're alive, you probably have water in you.
Even if, I don't want to get into that. You probably still got water in you.
Yeah.
So,
well,
okay.
It's been good to have you here, Mikayla.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It has. However English works.
Who knows?
Been good to be here.
Well, good. I still probably wouldn't listen to this. You'd get embarrassed, I guess.
It's okay. I'll have to listen to it anyway.
Yeah, you get over it. The first 5 minutes into your episode, you'll be like,
Yeah. We were the same way a year ago, and now we're like,
Yeah, I remember the problem with this is I have to edit this, and so I have to listen to it like 4 or 5 times, and so you get like really used to hearing your voice and how bad it sounds and how like there's little things that you catch that just upset you.
There are definitely mistakes in speech that I make that I'm embarrassed of when I hear it later.
Yeah.
But that happens.
Learn, if you're going to be on camp staff or even if you're coming to camp, learn to not care about what people think about you. Be yourself, express yourself, and do it in a way that's not going to like hurt others.
Yeah. Be yourself as long as yourself isn't like someone who's going to
be a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing Scouts at camp next week, and it will be a great day to have them here. Many Scouts at Camp Davy Fun.
Bye.
Camp Davy Chronicles. It's a podcast about Camp Davy.